Okay, with this exponential equation here, what we're trying to identify is what the value of v is. And in order to do that, the first step in this, I've got quite a bit here, but the first step is going to be to try to isolate this exponential expression right here. In other words, we're going to try to get rid of this negative 5 first. So if we want to get rid of it, we can move it to the other side. This is a minus 5, which means we're going to need to add 5 to both sides. So we'll do that now. If I add 5 to both sides, it simplifies here. Now I've got that exponential expression all by itself. Once we've had that all by itself, now we can work with our logarithms to try to get rid of this exponent. Okay, so we take the logarithm of both sides, and you can take the natural logarithm, log base 10, anything that you want there as far as either one. But I use the log base 10 here. Okay, and remember, using our rules of equations, as long as we do it to both sides, it doesn't change its value. So these two are still equivalent values. We're just adding this log in here so that we can get rid of this exponent, because if we remember our rules of logarithms, we can take the exponent and we can move that exponent out front. Okay, so just like this red arrow here, we're going to take that whole exponent and move it right to the front. So there we go. We've got a v plus 6 times log 11. Okay, so now that we have this, our goal is still to identify what this v value is. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to get rid of this log 11. So I'm going to divide both sides by log 11. Now these log 11 divided by log 11 is 1. Those two will cancel out. So my reduced value here is v plus 6 equals log 45 divided by log 11. Now that's great, but we need to do something with these logs. We can't have that as our answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug that into our calculator. So I'll take out my calculator now. Let's see, it was 45 and 11. So I take out my calculator and I go, okay, so log 45, make sure that you close that parenthesis. Okay, otherwise it will interpret it incorrectly and give you the wrong answer. So log 45 divided by log 11. Close it. And it gets you this big long decimal here, and I recommend that you do not round until the end. If you round too soon, you will get the wrong answer. Okay, so we do that, and that simplifies to this, 1.58750, and you'll see that here. Okay. Now that we've identified that, now it's one more step. We have to just solve it for v, and get v all by itself. I've got a plus 6 here. That means that I need to subtract 6 from both sides. If I do that, I can do that right here. I can just go minus 6. Now this ANS indicates this is your answer here, this previous answer, and then we're going to subtract 6 from that previous answer. So just hit enter, and that gives you our new answer here. And here it asks us to round the answer to the nearest hundredth. Hundredth would be 2 decimal places, so if we round it to the nearest 2 decimal places, that is our value, negative 4.41. On your online homework, if you're doing that, most of the time it asks you to round to the nearest thousandth, which is 3 decimals.